Shalom, shalom, Israel. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh shall bless. And we thank y'all for tuning in to the Wednesday night class tonight. We are the battle axe of the Most High God. Tonight's class will be upside down, Israel versus the world. Because basically, a lot of things are out of order right now. You understand? And part of that is because of us, and a lot of part of it is because the Most High made it how He's gonna make it. So He put a spirit of deep sleep on us too, until we understood how to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. So tonight we're gonna go into a couple precepts: Israel versus the world. Let's go to Leviticus 20 and 26. Leviticus 20 and 26. Hope everybody had a good week, man. I hope our Israel, man, striving to try to keep that spirit going, man, through the middle of the week as we prepare and get ready for the Sabbath. Hopefully this class will give that spirit a little meat, a little milk to get you going through to the Sabbath.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy.
He said, you shall be holy unto me. This is the Most High God saying, for I, the Lord, am holy. So we always want to know that the holy means separated. We're going to finish it out.
And have severed you.
And have what?
And have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
So when you read that scripture, it's basically saying that it's a difference. He just basically said he put a difference between a certain group of people and everybody else. He said, you shall be holy unto me, separated to me, for I am the Lord holy. He said, he even holy. Not only you to be holy, but that he's holy himself, meaning he's separated from other people already. Basically, Israel, he chose you, man. He chose you and didn't choose nobody else. But this world, man, this world is upside down right now. Everybody else think they chosen. Everybody else is in rulership. You know what I'm saying? They reaping the benefits of this world right now. But our time will come.
And the only thing we worry about, we live in our best life.
I ain't going back and forth with you.
But you niggas, that's what they basically say.
Right.
They live their best life.
So he said, I have severed you from other people. That's crucial. He said, I've severed you from other people. That's a difference, a big difference, that you should be mine. So Israel, we are his, man, but we got to get back into knowing that it is our God, one God. Whose God is it? You understand? Showing possession of our God like he just showed possession to the Israelites. Let's jump to St. John 17 and 9. All through this Bible, man, the Most High God puts the difference, man. He lets you know. He set a boundary. Like everybody say, is that a promise? Is that a threat? No, the Most High God says it's a threat, a promise, whatever you want to call it. But if he said, it's true.
The book of John, chapter 17 and verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the word.
Man, he said, I pray for them. I pray not for the word. Keep going.
But for them which thou hast given me.
Okay, so he let you know who them is. I know that's a double them, but he let you know who them. He said, I pray for them, but not the world. He said, I pray for them that were given it to me. Go ahead.
For they are thine.
For they are his. Reiterating Leviticus, man, the law that he told us to be holy. He just reiterated and said in the New Testament that, hey, I don't mess with everybody else. I pray for y'all, not the world, because there were many worlds made. We know Isaiah 45 and 17, that we are that world that's going to be forever lasting. You understand? Because there's many worlds in the Bible. He said, but I pray for them. Which world is he talking about? I pray for them that are mine. We know that we are his chosen, man. We go to Deuteronomy 76 all day. So he said, I pray for them and not the world. Just showing the difference, man, in between. Let's go to Romans, man, 3 and
1. The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 1. What advantage then had the Jew?
What advantage then had the Jew, man? That's the question they ask. What advantage do the Jews have, man? We have a lot of advantages than these other nations, brothers and sisters, man. That's why I say Israel versus the world. When you go to Psalm 83 and 1, it lists all of our adversaries and our foes. It's by 12 or 13 that they went on this hypothetical thing. But you know, all these other nations, man, they're going to have to try to come against us.
That's right.
That's why the word class Israel versus the world, because you're gonna have to get the Africans, you're gonna have to get the you're gonna have to get all these other nations, man, to try to compete with us, man. We the fastest, we the strongest, we the smartest. We got to understand that we are the chosen, man. We are Israel. And we are versus against these other nations, man. The Most High God said it that way. Put us into that. What advantage then had the Jew?
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Or what profit is there for us being cut off, man, and being separate, man, into the holy nation, man? Go ahead,
Much every way.
Much every way.
Hold on, read verse 1 again.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then had the Jew?
See, the thing is, when you read that, he's asking a question. The thing is, he asking you what advantages, because everybody, guess what? When you woke up out of darkness, everybody say, "Oh man, I'm a Jew." We the real Jews the Bible speak of.
That's right.
He's asking you what advantage is that being it though, because a lot of people don't live that lifestyle, and a lot of people don't want to live that lifestyle of being a Jew and what is required of a Jew. It said, what advantage then had the Jew? What advantage that we got in anything? Just because you know you Jew, well, okay, you a Jew. What's so special about being that thing? So when he's going into the next part, it's been explaining. So we just trying to he basically just giving you setting you up with the question. It's finna give you an explosive answer, and this should rest in your mind. Like, I mean, this should rest in your mind above anything. Go ahead. I
appreciate that. I bring that out. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Every way.
Answer me. He'll let you know what advantage they got. Much every way, chiefly because what
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
The main reason, the most important reason, because the Most High God set the standard for us, man. He gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, man. He gave us these laws. He gave us to made us a nation, man. He chose this nation, man. He chose us, man. We didn't choose this thing. That's why we got the advantage, much chiefly every way, because he gave us the oracles, man. And that's what we are to do. And he gave us the oracles. So what we doing right now? We are here giving oracles right back to our nation, man.
That's right.
Trying to give them the true words of the Most High God, not like these churches, not like these Muslims, and not like these Seventh-day Adventists or these Jehovah Wickedness. We are just trying to speak the oracles of God like he gave to us. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to turn this thing around because, like the class got upside down, man. Israel versus the world. So many things are upside down right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You look at the world and it's like, do we have the advantage? They ask the question, what advantage do the Jew have? I mean, people look at it like, dang, do we have the advantage? We on the bottom. We riding the bus. We walking. We making $12, $13, $12, $11. We out here working our bus out with the so-called white men and all other nations out here kick the feet up, man. Do we have an advantage? You most certainly right we do. It ain't about the advantage in the world. It's about the advantage of the everlasting life, man.
And I'm glad I worded it that way because guess what? We don't use our advantage.
That's
man.
right. That's the advantage we got.
That's right, man. That's one thing, like you say, that's why we are being judged as a nation of people. We don't see the other nations being judged like how we being judged. The Most High bringing on slow wrath according to them, but guess what? We getting a blunt of that wrath.
That's right.
Because our people, we the one that got the law, statutes, and commandments. So guess what? We had a responsibilities to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead,
go ahead and read verse 3.
Verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Yeah, shall they? Okay, well, shoot, they good, huh? They don't know. They don't believe. What does the Most High God say?
God forbid.
In other words, like I always say, hell no. The other nations, y'all don't understand we chose. That's your fault.
Guess what? Even the 1/3. What if y'all don't believe? What if y'all think that you just up under grace and you ain't got to keep the law? What if you don't believe it? Is that still gonna change what God said in His law? It's still gonna change what the prophecies in the Bible is gonna happen to you. He said, God forbid, man.
That's right.
Because guess what? Every word in this Bible has to come true, or this Bible, or you might well throw this in the trash.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, we know that the scriptures cannot be broken. God cannot lie.
Well, hey, let's get it. That's Numbers 23:19. One of my favorite scriptures. Brother Gerald, I've been pulling that, man. That's a great scripture. I'm glad you said that. Go to that Numbers, man, right quick, man. Numbers 23:19, y'all.
The book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 19. God is not a man that he should lie.
God is not a man that he should lie. If he said it, he gonna do it. That's like I said, brothers talking about I hearing this word. I mean, is that a threat? Nah, Most High God says it's a threat, it's a promise, it's whatever. Because the Most High God ain't never lied. So you ain't gotta worry about if it's a threat or not. It's a promise. Every time he open his mouth and speak, it's a promise. If he gave you that law, statute, and commandment, if he gave you that law and said to be holy, well, that's a promise. I told you to be holy, separate from this world, man.
And if he speak through the holy prophets, guess what? It's a promise.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
God is not a man that he shall lie, neither the son of man.
Neither the son of man. Different entities. Neither the son of man. The bloodline. We can't. Them brothers ain't no lies, man. That's what they say. Them brothers ain't no lies. Go ahead.
He said, neither son of man. That's the Mashiach
That's
Yahushua.
right. That's right. The different entity, man. You already know
Neither the son of man that he should repent.
that he should repent. Because you ain't got to repent if you ain't telling us if you ain't lying. What you got to repent for? Oh man, well I told him the truth. Let me repent now. I don't have to. I told him the truth. I didn't lie. Go ahead.
Had he said, and shall he not do it? Or had he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Like I said, the most I said, if I said it, it's done, man. That's what that is.
And the thing is, on there, he said that he should not repent, because when Yahushua was on the scene, he spoke what God spoke.
That's right.
He didn't speak his own word. Whatever God said, guess what? And he ain't gonna repent for it. So guess what? He was the ultimate sacrifice, man. He was the ultimate lamb. And he said, if he spoke it, it shall come to pass. Read verse 20 though, before we leave about there.
Go ahead, bring it out.
The book of Numbers, chapter
23 and verse 20.
23 and verse 20.
This right here that is his home harder after on this pass. This is the point that we want.
Behold, I have received commandments to bless, and he had blessed.
And he had blessed. And read the next part.
And I cannot reverse it.
It cannot be reversed.
I can't do that.
So if it spoke, it has to come to pass.
Man, that's crucial. He said I can't reverse it, man. It's no reversible thing in me to say, well, now you know what? I'm gonna switch it out. You know what? I chose them brothers. I chose that nation to be my people. I can't go back and say I chose another nation. We trying to give the glory to other nations, man. Oh, you mean the so-called white man, my friend David? He's a good guy. Can't give it to them, man, because the Most High God said he didn't give it to him then, and he still ain't giving it to him now. A lot of Christianites, y'all going to Paul read, man. Read Paul. I was on Facebook today, brother. Say Christianites, they don't even believe in God and Christ. They believe in Paul. Y'all go to Paul writings, don't even understand what Paul is saying, man. You understand? So the Most High said he chose us, man. He always chose us. We gonna always be that chosen seed, man. Finish that off out. You finished that? Yeah. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 10. Man. Let's see a little bit of reason why the world is kind of upside down, or why we don't know that we are the kings and princesses, man, and that the other nations are beneath us, man.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 10. For the Lord had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Who did this?
The Lord had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Now we just out here running around trying to chase the bag, trying to be real.
For the Lord had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Here's what y'all don't even know, man. We are under curses, man. Most High God made this thing work how he wanted to. It said the Bible says the Lord poured out the spirit of deep sleep, man. We've been asleep, man. Isaiah 1 and 3 said the ox knoweth only and the ass is master's crib. But Israel don't know, man. We didn't know who our God was. We didn't know where our homeland was. We didn't know none of that, man. And the most I say that he did is he poured the spirit of deep sleep on.
And that deep sleep is, guess what? Captivity, slavery. Right. For 400 and 500 years, man. That's how we lost the knowledge of who we were as a nation of people. For the Lord had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep and had closed your eyes.
Closed your eyes, man. We just looking, man, blind leading the blind. We don't know where we're going, man. We feel it. We got to see this thing, man. We out here trying to get around feel this way. We've been trying to feel it for too long, man. You know, I'm just go get a couple bags, make this money, man. I'm just feeling my way around. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? Solo dolo in this thing. Eyes closed, man. Go ahead.
The prophets and your rulers.
Who?
The prophets and your rulers. The seers had he covered.
Man, he say the prophets and the rulers and the seers he done covered. So this is a part of deep sleep that he put up on us, man. This is one reason why we don't know that we are the rulers, man, of the world. That we are the chosen seed. That we are the highest thing going, man. The best thing smoking, as they like to say.
And that seals is going into, guess what, the modern day pastors today.
What?
Because they're not teaching us who we are, nation of people.
At all.
They can't tell us how we got into this situation, And more importantly, they cannot tell us how to get out of the
Man, that's
situation.
the main thing. We always tell them, you don't have the solution.
Mhm.
You're talking about the problem that we have, but who's giving us the solution? What is the solution? These laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right.
You always fall back to that, man. It's so easy to fall back to. It's like a test. You got a quiz, man. You already know. You know, most times we go mark C. Yeah, man. C be the most, man. I just put C. Hey, bro, what did you get the number? Answer for number 12? Shoot, I just put C. I'm gonna put C too. That C is the law, statutes, and commandments. Whenever things are going wrong, fall back to that C, to the law, statutes, and commandments. It's easy.
And let's show you who them seers are. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. It's gonna show you who the seers are. These modern day pastors or the ones that you call the prophets. When you get there, I'll read this.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9 and verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God,
Now, when a man went to go speak to God, man, we don't.
thus he spake, come and let us go to the sea.
They had to go to a prophet. They couldn't go directly to God because they had to have a mediator, man. We don't know.
For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
Before time they was called a seer. But they used to be, they used to be a seer, but now they're prophets. So when you see the word seer in the Bible, it's talking about a prophet.
And it's just like today, because guess what? The Most High was giving them prophecies to foresee things that was going to happen.
That's right.
So that's why they go by the name seer, or like we say pastor, or what we say prophet, or what we say today pastor.
Or what you'll say, watch.
And that's why he commanded us to go against these seers, man. He commanded us to go at them, man, to call them out for who they are, man, for being imposters, man. Because there's a lot of imposters out here, man. And you give us the spirit of discernment. We went over class about that, man, knowing who the real teachers and the false prophets are, man. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's jump over to verse 16.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Surely you're turning of things upside down.
Surely what?
Surely you're turning of things upside down.
What was prophesied? The Most High know who he dealt with, man. He knew he was a stiff-necked, hard-headed group of people, man. He know who he chose from the muscle. So he said, surely you're turning the things upside down, because our forefathers was doing the same thing, man. We doing the same thing. Turning it upside down.
Shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not.
Like we always go into this analogy, man. Most High God made you a cup, but you say you should have made me a plate. Who got the potter or the clay? The one who made it or the one who was made? The one who formed it or the one who was formed?
Yep. And you can tell by our forefathers on how things roll. You just look, let's go all the way back to Adam. Guess what? His wife, she ate off the fruit, man, off the tree. Then she gave him some. He ate off the tree. He turned around and told God, this woman that you gave me gave it to me.
She did. She did.
He tried to take the blame off himself and put it back on the Lord, man.
That's right. For real. That's how it was, how it's been, and that's how it is today. So go ahead, Alex.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
So it's like you telling the Most High God, man, you didn't make me right. What do you mean you made me a cup? People drinking out of me, wasting stuff all around, man. You know, ice getting on me, man. It's too cold. I ain't no cold person. Should have made me a plate with a hot food going. I'm hot. I'm a hot boy. But you made me a hot girl, a cold girl. You understand? So it's just a scripture, man. Just an analysis, letting you know, man, that the Most High God made you for who you are. He made you the chosen seed. Why wouldn't you want to be the chosen seed?
So that's also a shot to the LGBT. Guess what? You wasn't born gay. You wasn't born no man, a woman in a man body. No, God made you a woman. That's what you is. God made you a man. That's what you is, man.
Let me bring this precept out.
Bring it out.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8. Because our people think that they can outbox God. We think that we can outthink the Creator.
It's jabbed too long. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Saith the Lord. So no matter what we think, we ain't in control of this thing, man.
Right.
The Creator is in control of this thing,
right.
man. We just playing our part in the movie that's already been made, man.
That's right.
As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So no matter what we think, man, we cannot presume to even understand what the Most High got in store, man.
Right.
We just got to do what He told us to do and be obedient to what He wants us to do.
Isaiah 55:8. And like we always say, man, you look up, you see the heavens, man. You look down, we still on earth. Why don't people think that this is future already done past? This promise ain't past, man.
And I'm
What
glad.
y'all talking about?
And I'm glad the Lord talking about heaven and earth. You know, I always throw shots. The Lord talking about heart. Look at heart is garbage. Guess what? You can't think like the Lord. No man can think like the Lord. If they can make heart, guess what? Every time we hit the street, they're making rain on us.
That's right.
They can't
Every
do
time. That's right. They can show try. They can try.
We gotta leave that mess alone.
They got that old space chill. They got that old space up there in the space. They trying to catch the angels before they come back. They trying to hit the UFOs. Man, thinking they can stop the UFO. You understand? They can show try, but you can't compete
They don't even think they can stop it.
because they so scared.
All they can do is observe.
Man, it's just,
They just look.
wow, did you see this thing? I mean, look at it.
And the heathens are dismayed at them.
Right.
Yes.
So let's see how the world upside down, man. Like I said, man, it's LGBT. Let's go to Leviticus 20:13. Another these are just some scriptures to let you know, man, how the world is turned upside down. How Israel should be versus the world, but we on their time. We on their team. We really on their team instead of playing with our own team. You passing the ball to the other court, on the other side of the court. You got your players over here. You got your ballers, but you passing them to the other court.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If a man also lie with mankind,
Mm-hmm.
as he lies with a woman,
Mm-hmm.
both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Nah, I know. Dr. Phil said, man, you can't. That 4-5-year-old child, let them do what they want to do, man.
Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
This is one way the world is outside. I'm talking about a big problem in this community, man. You let these so-called white, these old faggots, man, these old nasty cave dweller dogs try to dictate, oh yeah, you know what? I'm a girl, I like girls now. So I'm a boy, I like boys now. Ain't nothing nobody can say about it. The most I got, this is a law. The most I got something to say about it. And he said, if you lie with mankind like if you're a man, or if you lie with womankind like you're a woman, he said you will surely be put to death. What's one way you can surely be put to death? This HIV/AIDS coming up on us right now. Big thing in our community. This is one way the world is upside down. The world of Israel is upside down. Go ahead now.
And the thing is, like when we growing up, most of us is in kind of a little bit older. When our parents and our uncles and stuff was a little boy, a little girl, and they were doing it. Guess what, man? They were getting tapped up. They didn't allow that stuff like that, man. But as the world waxed older, it's getting more wicked and more wicked, and they're allowing things that wouldn't allow from the beginning. And what I'm touching in right now, man, this is right here. This is genocide in our community.
That's right.
A man on man or a woman on woman. There's no creation. That's genocide, man. That's how you destroy a nation, man. So when we accept those things, and then women, like I say all the time, these women tell you something. Stop going around accepting all these homosexual men as being your friends.
That's right.
It's genocide to our nation, man.
Y'all sisters hyping them up the most.
They are.
Let me bring this precept out on that. Let me lamb it back off, y'all. Lamb it. Book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 15. It's like, he that justifies the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abominations to the Lord. So like the ox said, the women who condone this stuff, men who said, man, I ain't got nothing to do
Dr.
with me.
Fields and all these.
Yeah, just let them be, man. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You are going along with the program.
You part of the problem.
They got it to the point where if you go against it, then you the problem. How is we the problem? We can't be offended by it. They don't care about you being offended by it. God-fearing people being offended by homosexuality. They care about you offending them. That's upside down, man.
That's right, upside down. That is totally opposite, man. Like you said, you used to have Big Mama and them. Better not put that girl on no pants. You go put on the dresses like everybody else. Now the world upside down. Now Big Mama, she's still wearing pants herself. She ain't worried about it. She's still trying to go to the club and show off her butt too.
She ain't going back and forth with
She ain't going back and forth with him. Shoot, she living her best life too.
right.
Shoot. So, you know, if the world is upside down, let's go to Ephesians 4:6. Another scripture, man, to show you how the world is upside down, the world of Israel, man. How we should be versus the world, but we for the world.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 6. One God.
Who?
One God.
Nah, I'm a Muslim.
One God.
Nah, I'm an atheist.
One God.
Nah, I'm doing everything else, man.
One God.
Egyptology.
One God.
42 laws of Maya.
One God.
One God.
And Father of all.
And Father of all.
Who is above all.
Nah, I'm the Most High God is what?
Who is above all.
Uh-huh.
And through all.
Uh-huh.
And in you all.
And in you all. You can try to deny that there ain't no such thing as God. I see people every day, man, it can't be no God, man. Y'all listening to that booty mess. Y'all out there playing with them games. Y'all playing games out there thinking that's true. Most of our God said, man, he in all of you, whether you know it or not. But guess what? You might be part of the plan that he got working. You might be that 2/3 who's trying to get the 2/3 full. That just might who you be. You might be playing for other team on purpose. Not on accident. The Most High God set this thing up, man. Like I quoted Isaiah 55, and they say, your thoughts ain't his thoughts. Y'all don't know, man, how the Most High done made this thing up, man. Done set it up, man.
See, because a lot of time they want to think for God, and then when they think of God, guess what? It be in their own personal thing that they want to do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get a precept. It goes to Sirach chapter 13 and verse 16 right quick. Get a precept on that, man. Because the Bible explains everything. Everything you can't imagine nothing that's above the Bible. Because it's in there, man. No matter what you think, it's in the Bible. No matter how your personal feelings is, the Bible gonna correct the personal feelings too.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13, I'm starting verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Every beast loveth his life.
Every beast loveth his life. Love what he likes, man.
And every man loveth his neighbor.
And man's supposed to love his neighbor.
All flesh consorted according to kind.
All flesh is consorted according to kind. Guess what? Cats gonna be with cats. Dog gonna be with dog. Guess what? And guess what? Even as us being Israel, we supposed to be with Israel, but we want to cleave to other nations,
Right.
but we don't.
That's
Right. Read the next part.
And a man will cleave to his life.
A man will cleave to whatever he likes, man, because we have itching ears as being Israelites, man. We have these itching ears. We gonna cleave to whatever he like. Hey man, they doing the big over there. I'm gonna go over there because that's what he like. Or she doing the big over there. I'm gonna go over there where she at. Cause that's what I like.
That's how I'm feeling today.
That's how I'm feeling today. Then tomorrow you feel like something else. Every man cleave to his own life, man.
That's right.
Verse 17. What fellowship had the wolf with the lamb?
Because guess what? The wolf and the lamb ain't gonna never join together. Man, that wolf gonna see that lamb and say dinner time.
That's
And
right.
that lamb gonna see that wolf say, bye. It's down the road.
Get up out of here.
It's time to roll, man.
So the sinner with the godly.
So it's like to sit them with the godly. Because guess what? They be around us, we wearing fringes, and they looking at us. They know what we're about. They like, we give it around them brothers, man. I don't know what they own, but they different. Even at your job, they look at you like, you different. You different. Now, all the rest of these Negroes, I believe I can tame them, but you, I'm going to have to watch you.
Yeah.
You different than them. And that's how they do with our children at school, too. They look at our children like, yeah, I'm looking at little youngster. That little youngster can do his work, man, to do his job at school and go come home, and he ain't going back and forth with you either.
For real. It's like going over people's house, man. I could have sworn that dogs didn't like cats, man. This how much the world upside down now. The dogs and the cats chilling, man.
That's right.
They purring and barking together, man. You understand what I'm saying? Big purring and barking. Dog trying to run up the tree with the cat until he can't. Till he see he can't. You know what I'm saying? The world is just upside down, man, for real. And you can see it even in the animals, man, for real. Like I said, man, the lamb and the wolf, they kicking it together now. What? That's supposed to be prey, man.
And the thing is, guess what? It's gonna stay that way until Israelites, men, women, and children get their act together.
That's right.
This is what has the world upside down, because guess what? We're not in our rulership position.
Right.
We're not setting the standard for the world, man. Because guess what? The standard is the law, statutes, and commandments. That's always have been the standards. That's always gonna be the standards, man.
That's right. That's right. Always. That's what
Go
it is.
ahead.
So, gotcha. So, like we said, one God, man, one Father. That's a big problem amongst our nation, man. We got brothers talking about they Muslims, man. You ain't about that life, man. You ain't Ali Akbar, man, finna go kill you and 14 other people, man. You ain't got it in you. The Most High God said he made you a plain man.
That's right.
Like we said, we're gonna go to a kickback and chill. We ain't trying to go jump out there and plane, man. We don't like that. We don't want to do that. No, never said that. No, we don't like that kind of stuff. So you brothers, you Israelite brothers talking about don't know you Israelites, talking about you Muslims, talking about you all this and that, man. That's not you, man.
And then guess what? A real Muslim come to you say, hey man, hey, get this backpack, put it on your back right quick.
Hey, take this backpack, walk downtown. be at the subway at exactly 12:04 p.m. What you gonna say?
And then
I don't think this Muslim for me, man.
and that mug is ticking.
What is it? What the hell, for real? Let's go to Isaiah 3:12, man.
And I'm glad Aknem say that, because guess what? Going into these different religions and different things, guess what? It's no responsibility. It's a responsibility for you being an Israelite, man.
That's right.
Because God expects something for you,
That's
man.
right. We're supposed to be going against these religions, man. We're supposed to be telling these brothers, man, hey, y'all the ones wrong. Instead, we got brothers in there telling us we wrong, man. The world is upside down.
Because brothers are quote the 42 laws of Ma'at, but are you keeping the 42 laws of Ma'at?
He just want to let you know he knows. I know it's 42 laws in my head.
And guess what?
Isaiah 3:12.
And then they quote the 42 laws of them. Y'all ain't never read the Metronets. Don't even know where to go get it at, man.
Right.
Brothers don't have no knowledge of Egyptology, man.
That's right.
Guess what? They don't know what these gods mean in Egypt. They don't know what the horoscopes, they don't know that when you look at the walls in Egypt, they got number of pedophilia, number of homosexual writings on the wall. They don't know none of that. But then they sit up and they quote some stuff that they don't have nothing about, man.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people,
As for the Israelites,
children are the oppressed.
man, biggest problem, a big problem in our nation, man. Children, man, you used to be able to. The village, man, used to take care of children, man. Like Agnem, they grow up, man. You get whooped before you get home, after you get home, and the next day going to school. Neighbors whooping you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we go build this nation together. That's what it was. But right now, man, how this world going? It said children are oppressive, man. Our children out here buck wild, man. 12, 11, 13 years old, man, out here doing all kind of you know what, man. Telling me about stuff. I'm like, how you know what? What's going on, man? You 12 years old now, man. Can't be. You out here talking like that, man. See, we used to cuss around ourselves. Yeah, we say a little cuss word around each other. Right. Make sure ain't nobody listen. These 40 kids now, F you. Who you talking? I'm talking to your big grown. You want to talk to me like that? Dang.
That's what you do like that. Be ready to take that belt off.
See, I see what you don't know. Yeah, you don't know about it, but today's, man, children are oppressive, man. And what else?
And women rule over them.
What is a big problem in today's society, man?
And women rule over them.
Like the scriptures say, man, the woman, they said a woman would compass a man. And that's what's done happened, man. You got these women out here, man, they rule in the household. They think they mother and father. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them had to play the role. We understand that. But still, when we got to get our women back into the order that it's supposed to be, man. Humble, submissive women. You understand? Women rule over the world right now. Children are the biggest oppressors, man.
And the thing is, when a woman rule the child, guess what? A lot of times, guess what? If the woman is not working in the spirit, the main thing, guess what? That child will be led astray.
That's right. What you got?
And children is our oppressor. That's what also keep our people in these wicked holidays.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we blame it on is our children.
Oh yeah, we're doing it for the children.
We're doing it for the children.
That's right.
And we got to understand that's keeping us oppressed in this nation when God telling us to separate. But we making an excuse and using our children. That's why God also said these children are oppressors.
That's right.
We got to be able to pull out, because this is the seed that we plant. We plant these are our seeds that we plant. So we got to pull them, and we continue to let them continue to indulge in these wicked holidays and doing this. We ain't doing no better. We bringing up the same thing that our parents brought up.
That's right, man. Let's go to Titus 2, verse 4.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Is that what I want? Yeah.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, I'll start with verse 2. Verse 2, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity.
So our
in
elders,
patience.
I feel like my bad. So our elders supposed to have these qualities about them. Our elders done failed us though. They don't have none of these qualities. Our elders out here, like they said, they astonishment too. They 55, 60 years old, pants sagging lower than us. Talking about they got the bag. Oh yeah, I'm still chasing young money. Young homie. Yeah, you gotta get it too, young homie. But they supposed to be having these qualities that the Bible speaks of, man. They don't have that. Go ahead now.
Verse 3, the aged women likewise.
Who?
The aged women likewise.
So as our elder brothers and sisters, man, they supposed to be teaching us how this go, man. But yet and still they're not, man. That's another big reason why why our nation is upside down. Go ahead,
that they be in behavior as becometh holiness,
Be separate, man.
not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Of good things.
Now I'm gonna teach my little daughter how to twerk.
Teachers of good things.
No, I'm gonna show my little boy how to wear his pamper sagging with his pamper, 1-year-old pamper sagging.
Teachers of good things.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. And like I said, man, you know, our parents they not teaching them right, man. Like we say, children having children. Because right now, like we said, we got 12, 13, 14-year-old mothers and fathers. Children having children. Or you got 28-year-old mothers and they still are children having children.
And then you got not only that, like I'll bring it out. When you got 14, 15-year-old children that's having children, guess what? You got 30-year-old grandfather, grandmother at the age of 30. And that's a sad thing.
Right.
Man.
What wisdom do they have?
And the thing is, what we don't understand, you mess around, your child be 13, 14 years old, guess what? And you paying child support on that child, guess what? You got to pay child support for your child's child.
Right.
Until he can be able to take care of it.
That's
That's what we fail to realize, man.
right.
But we live in a world like our class said, this is an upside down world, man. And Israel like to live upside down, man. We do everything what God say. God said, hey man, we supposed to do this. And we say, nah,
I think I'm gonna do it this way.
we're gonna do it that way.
Feel a little better if we did it this way.